Good morning and welcome to Moopsy in the Morning for April 1st, 2025. You know what that means? It's Artisanal Audio Day. If Decca knows about Artisanal Audio Day. Chris is with me. Chris, would you say something? Okay, so that mic isn't working. Give me a sec to figure that one out.
Just using all of my reroll tokens and it all put me all to ground. This should be criminal.
So Satalia says I need to do Infected, destroy 5 Terran ships and 30 Herald ships. We can
Oh, in
definitely
fact, that
help
was
with that.
universal, right?
Yeah, Infected's the universal, which if we're going to do it, I'm going to do it on a different tune. Satalia, I love it. I would love a T6 Leo Pleurodon class ship, but it's
A
April
what?
1st. Satalia says, also, I can't believe I missed yesterday's ship announcement. A T6 Leo Pleurodon class.
What announcement? Someone's making a joke?
Yeah, I'm sure Satalia is making a joke.
There's never no ship announcements whatsoever.
Well,
I wouldn't have known
I'm
about.
sure she's appreciating the fact that the shun the non-believers thing that we use at the end of the show is from a YouTube video called Charlie the Magical Leo Pleurodon. And I have named my ship the Magical Leo Pleurodon. So I hope that's just Satalia poking fun at me. But if it was a real ship class, I'd be so happy.
Right.
So when I'm looking at Satalia saying I need to destroy 5 Terran ships, my brain goes, I need to destroy 5 T5 ships. And I'm thinking, that's niche. But that's my brain doing weird things.
What?
Yeah, I know. My brain goes in weird directions sometimes. Let me jump over to
Recently.
yeah.
Quite late before the actual thing comes off, so might be that they just still not have a full list of what's going to be introduced yet.
Let's see. Da, 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 da. Story, factions, blah, 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 blah. News, game.
I've actually finished my event thing.
Okay,
Finished the event, crystalline, universal, reflective, crystalline, shielding, whatever that is.
patch notes, let's see.
Epic universal console.
There's
Energy
no
damage
patch notes
resist.
past March 18th, so there's nothing available for that one, so I have no idea what's coming up.
No. I haven't posted any for a while
Nope.
now.
Let's see, so yeah, I have Infected to do on this one. Physical damage on the ground, Herc frigates, and harvest materials in space. Ho hum, yawn. Be still my beating heart.
Right, so the universal console plus 34.2 energy damage resistance rating. Gain 5,875 temporal HP every 5 seconds while in combat. Does not stack. 10% chance to reflect 10% of the incoming damage back to the target. Reflect damage dealt with auxiliary power, 50% shield penetration. That's the reward that comes with the event that we
Actually,
had.
got the ship yesterday, and have I opened it? Nope. Nobody, nope, nope, nope.
What ship did you get?
Whatever it was, or the console, the event thing, whatever that was yesterday, I got it.
Well, it's just an epic ship console. It's nothing fancy. It doesn't give you a ship or anything.
Or whatever it gives you. Do I pay attention? Nope.
Really?
Nobody, nope, nope, nope. It's stuff. Oh, but I got 3 TFO reward boxes. Could be spec points or
Yeah,
universal tech
the...
upgrades. I'll take the universal tech upgrades. Thank you very much. Use those.
Those are kind of crappy, though.
I'm going to
I'll take
queue
them too.
us up here. Taz was with us last night until about midnight his time,
Which is midnight my time.
which is
Wait,
midnight.
you started at midnight my time. And he's at the same time
Oh, then it
I
must have
am.
been
He's
2
right.
a.m. I went from 6 till 8:15 or so last night.
Yeah, and
Okay.
you started like midnight my time, and then
But he wasn't on the whole night with us. He just did one round, so probably left fairly early in
yeah,
the
you
evening.
started
Wee woo?
minutes to midnight.
Wee woo?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, I was supposed to go to class yesterday, but I'm kind of in a bad mental headspace, so I just was like, yeah, I don't want to do 7 hours in the car right now.
Oh my God, 7 hours. Jesus.
So I
I
called
don't
my
think I would
instructor
be in a
and
mental place to do that myself.
I
And I'm
begged
not
off for
driving.
this week because tomorrow my son and I are going to do a, quote, memorial for my husband, which means we're going to sit around the house, watch his favorite movies, and eat pizza.
The situation is
Nice.
He would have liked it. It was his idea of a good time. And then in September, so we usually go out and have a fancy, day out to enjoy him with some of his friends, and a little different. But it's
Yes, I
crummy.
do
It's
something
cold.
like
It's
that,
40 degrees. I don't want to be doing stuff like memorials and all that right now. He would have hated to have died in April, except he died in April.
Well, he didn't have a choice, right?
No, well, no, not really. Did about everything he can. Hang on, where's Italia's ship? Where's Italia's ship?
I mean, April can be a nice month,
Yeah, it can be.
but
The Sloof
Italia
Lurpa.
is...
I have no idea what a Sloof Lurpa is, Italia. I have to decipher it. April Fools! It's April Fools! That's what it is, right, Italia?
Pretty much. Maybe the maintenance is introducing the art.
That could be, because
Kinda weird
usually they
'cause-
do artisanal after 12 p.m. our time. Just like, what, 5 your time?
Sorry.
6 your time?
6 a.m.?
p.m. So it usually starts in about 6 hours. But I love artisanal audio. I wish we could just have it when we wanted it. None of this pesky when they want to do stuff. Here we go.
A probe is closing in on a transporter. Destroy it.
Obviously, this team is determined to just shoot the heck out of everything, which is just fine. Thank you very much.
Well, they've already done the other side,
Yep.
and we have to teach them.
Obviously,
So...
split the party this time.
Well, at least they could.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Managed, because
Yeah.
I've had a bad run earlier today where they split, but they didn't have the power to finish it off.
Yeah, I've had a few like that lately. Inventory full. Oh, well, I guess we won't deal with that then.
Can I not receive notifications about something I'm not part of? Thank you. Oh, work.
Well, that was exciting.
I mean, it's been very slow, so...
Think you got enough spec points there, Mom? Where am I? There I am. Decrepit transporter. They do tend to go pretty quick around here, don't they?
Well, honey, your team knows what they're doing.
Let's see if I can throw some stuff in the bank here and give myself some room.
Can we not do that?
What?
And save changes. I have nothing changed on this ship for a long time.
Are we on?
Fudge. What with this unsafe change thing? Ugh. More damage space. Well, I could just fly the Tooth Fairy.
Oh, pie, and I've got to do some cleaning here.
Spring cleaning.
Oh, I'm looking at the fleet storage, and we have so much junk in the fleet storage. It's just Amazing.
Oh, that's never good.
Yeah, usually about once every 6 months or so, Pi and I will get up Sunday morning and just sit here and figure out what's worth saving, what's a good price, what should just be sold on the exchange and put the cash in there. But I did see where one fleet has started using their fleet EC. So we've got 102 million, and they've been giving out loans of like a million EC to anybody who needs it. They just have to ask. I thought, that's a better use than having it sit here. We can't get any more repositories. So go for it. Use it to build up one of the other fleets, but why just have it sit here?
Fair point.
Which I thought's a good use for it. Yay, got rid of another one. All right, so let's see. Satalia says she needs 30 Herald chips. Satalia, that would give you the choice between Gateway and the other one, Herald Sphere. What's your
The other
preference?
one.
I've got Herc frigates, but
Gateway.
there's only 20 of them, so I can knock those out pretty easily. Which is quicker? Depends on the team. I would say that given the team, Herald Sphere is probably a little bit faster, but you have to make sure you've got at least 2 people with big guns, otherwise it's not faster. Gateway's a sure thing.
Yeah, Gateway is always like time gated, so it always
Yeah.
finishes around the same time. Can be faster if then the final section.
Yeah, that's the only thing
you vaporize stuff that make it a little bit faster, but
Satalia is not lacking for firepower, so I would say let's do Gateway. Me choose? Okay, fine. Gateway it is.
right. I'm bringing my green carrier ship.
Okay. Do you need to change, or are you good?
No, I've already changed everything
Okay.
set up.
We are in Wee Q. Cubu?
Just let the Admiralty know that we have a group assembled for a task force.
Avengers Assemble.
In my head canon, the Herald Sphere and the Gateway to Grethor is still happening because there are some factions within the Iconian remnant that does not agree with the ceasefire that we've agreed upon at the end of midnight or whatever it was the episode. So they cannot guarantee that they will always be peacefully, like all of their members would be peacefully aligned, so they sometimes launch an attack. That's why we're still fighting them, even though the war is over.
Well, I can write headcanon to do just about anything.
Yeah.
I can probably write better headcanon than half the movies out there. Speaking of, Weeboo?
Admiralty has approved the request. We have a Weeboo.
I follow a YouTube channel called Midnight's Edge, which is movie reviews and critical analysis, and opinionated sometimes, but that's okay. But they
used to watch them, but
they did a Kickstarter to start producing some of their own, small budget local, movies that they do, and this time they're doing the Kickstarter for the funding for it. But they also put it up there if you are interested in submitting a story idea or a script idea. They're going to put that up there too. People want to do that, and this story will be a viewer story. I have nothing for them, but I thought, there's enough clever people out there. Somebody might have an idea.
I used to watch that channel, but it's extremely toxic.
It can be, yeah, but they had a really
Extremely
interesting.
toxic, opinionated, and they like to dissipate fake news.
Well, the one I was listening to.
Their theories about film industry are sometimes completely made up.
Yeah,
Like,
so
they
yesterday
made
was
up a
an
lot
interesting
of
one because it
nonsense.
seemed to be kind of factually based rather within one of their opinion pieces. So that's
Oh,
where I
wow.
was yeah, I know. But they were
Well, I
doing
should
more of
check
a
something.
yeah, it was more statistics based on everything and trending, but without the heavy opinion. So it was kind of enjoyable. But sometimes when I'd
Yeah.
be driving home
I-
late at night, it would be so toxic. That and
They are
Overlord
really
DVD
hard.
just got to the point where I couldn't watch them anymore.
No, I've blocked my any viewership of that. I don't want to interact with them anymore. They spread a lot of fake info about the insides of Star Trek.
Oh,
I mean, just
yeah, they
our
did.
inside.
That's when I stopped listening to them. The
And
other
I
one I
just
stopped listening to is Mike Zero. 'Cause he's like, oh, all this is happening, and then it doesn't. It doesn't even come close to what's happening. Is he making this up? Is he just clickbaiting? Good morning, Ed.
Hello.
Hey y'all.
Hey, how are you doing?
Okay.
Our reinforcements are inbound.
How's everyone's April Fool so far?
It's fine so
Well,
far.
it's a joke, but it's okay.
The starbase is secure.
The dog surprised me and fooled me by taking over the entire bed this morning so I couldn't stretch out. They had positioned themselves in just such a way that I could not stretch my legs. They thought it was very funny. And then they got up at 4 and explained that they wanted breakfast.
The shipyard is secure.
Don't mind.
This
Can you
way.
get in there?
I will go planet side.
The troop transport.
I sent you a pizza dough recipe this morning,
Cool.
and I saw that you sent me a Facebook thing, but it's blocked, so I can't see it.
I wonder what that was.
Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run to the planet.
Well, they said it's because Facebook now has new security measures. I'm thinking, great.
Yeah,
That's fine.
Yeah, for themselves, not for us.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, well, yeah, we're not there. It's the reason why I tend to limit my Facebook to stuff like, oh, here's a picture of the ducks in front of the house.
Yeah, I only maintain my Facebook presence for the sake of the. Well, I started an educational page, adopting an elderly and older dog. Following the story of me and my father, well, way back when, I haven't been actually posting a lot lately. I just really don't like the interface and like them constantly notifying you about the stuff that is completely irrelevant, that isn't worth notification, and just like they phase it out.
Oh, that's what it was. It was the video of the flooding down in Par.
Oh. Is everybody down there okay?
More or less. It's
Beginning their run to the planet.
but yeah,
Worried given what you've said about your house, or their house, not being in great shape.
yeah. But yeah, Par got over a year's worth of rain in like a day and a half.
Yow.
Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run to the planet.
Biggest issue when that happens is there's no way for the ground to absorb the water.
Yep.
Yeah, it reminds me of the floodings we had in September.
Shipyard troop transports
I mean,
are
not in my
beginning their
region,
run
but
to the
like
planet.
south from where I live. Quite destructive. And the water had nowhere to go. There was so much rain.
And the radar and everything still looks rather reddish down there.
Oof.
Yeah, that's the worst. When the prognosis is still like, oh hi, more rain. It's like, yeah, thanks. You don't really need that.
Last year we got about the same amount of rain that we're having this year, but last year it was so cold that the ground was still frozen. So the maybe the top inch had thawed out when the rains were starting. But after that, there's no place for it to go, so I had standing water out in the backyard for the best part of a week. Somebody else get that one? Oh, somebody else got that? Yep.
Shipyard troop transports are
It's not the
beginning their
healthiest
run to
water
the
either.
planet.
You wanna keep your dogs near it.
Oh, no, the dogs were having no intention of going anywhere near that. Dogs were
Well,
like,
you're lucky
"Ew."
because I know dogs that when they see a puddle of water, they're just like, oh, you're gonna get there immediately.
Time to go play splishy splashy.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm so glad that my dog is not
Shipyard
one of them.
transports are beginning their run to the planet.
You might walk through a puddle, like,
Oh,
you
no,
know,
no,
a
no.
rain puddle, but that's about it.
Well, they'll walk through a puddle if it's inconvenient cold and they're going to get mud all over themselves for the nice walk and then get it in my car. Yeah, then they'll go through it. I had my first dog, Uhura. Did not like puddles, did not like rain, did not like any of that stuff. Never would voluntarily go into the water until we went to the park one day, the forest preserves, and it was freezing cold. She found a stinky, slime-covered, wretched puddle and absolutely had to roll in it and delight
Oh,
herself in
gross.
stinking. And then I had to drive home like an hour, and it smelled so bad I had to roll down the windows, and it was below zero. Oh, that was a terrible drive. Then I had to put her in the bath, which she wasn't happy about.
Yeah, my dog will not go into a bath.
Let's see, which house was that in? That house had a shower, a walk-in shower, so I was able to trick her into getting into it.
Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run to the
With
planet.
doors and walls, or just...
Yep, doors and walls and everything, sliding door. She could walk into it.
Okay.
And I walked into it with her, so she's thinking, ha ha ha, Mom would never go in there. And if she does, it
Okay.
must be safe.
That was naive thinking.
Yeah, it was the last time she did that.
Oh, poor thing. The
This
betrayal.
This might be a non sequitur, but good quality of life thing I'd like to see them implement
Yeah?
is getting to the captain's table from either ground or space from anywhere.
That's a doable
I
thing,
can't
you'd
even
think.
get there because I'm not a gold member, so...
Well, some of us are better than others of us.
Clearly.
It's gonna let me do this one?
Clearly there's,
I mean-
there's segregation.
Yep. There is statusism, whatever that is. Elitism? Classism.
Classism.
Classism
Yeah.
in the game, yes.
Shipyard troop
I'm
transports are
hanging over
beginning their
because
run
we've
to
only
the
got
planet.
12 seconds left.
Just melting ships.
Just want to get the magical Leopleurodon in place.
Dreadnought has it.
Oh my god, I just noticed the name of your ship.
You've never noticed the name of my ship?
Not this one, no. Magical...
Leopleurodon.
Leopleurodon.
Magically clear down, Charlie.
Exactly, Ed.
Gonna take us to Candy Mountain. You know that place isn't real. Shun the non-believer.
Sean.
Please make it stop.
Herald ships are attacking the starbase.
Where'd you go with it? Running away with the dreadnought.
Now he's going melty. I need to treat myself to watching Magical Leopleurodon again soon. Stop disappearing, Mr. Ship. Veshun says, "Oh no, a school of poisonous fugu fish." Where is the stupid original creativity of early YouTube? Where has it gone?
It's sometimes scarcely hidden on TikTok, but it's very scarcely got other.
Very scarcely.
But I'm lucky to actually follow a few of those.
Unfortunately, my algorithm got loaded with stuff I actually watched and then realized this is not good for me. I deleted everything, but in doing so, deleted stuff I liked too, which was bad. Bad, Mom. Bad.
Nasty.
My TikTok feed is okay, but I'm
love
at
my
the max.
Tainted feed.
I'm at the number. I'm at the max number of people I can follow,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't want to have to, go
There's a
scrolling
max number
through.
of people you can follow?
Yes, you can follow up to 10,000 accounts.
And
You're
you've maxed
following
out your
10,000
10,000?
accounts.
Yeah, I'm a chronic. I'm gonna come back to that later, and
You can't just save it for later. You don't have to give them a follow every time. God. God.
but
10,000. I wouldn't even remember half of
No.
that half of a thousand.
neither do I. So I actually started another account the other day, and I'm only following the ones I actually interact with on that one.
There is the content creator Ashley Ottenson, which I absolutely adore. She has
Uh,
this.
is she the one who
Really
does God and Steve?
Yep,
Yep,
Garden
I love
Steve.
that
I
one.
love it. But I love all of her skits. Like whatever she does, I'm a big sucker for her sense of humor. So I absolutely
Cliff's.
love Ashley.
Oh, yeah. She used to. Didn't she do the single mom or the. Yeah, the
Yeah,
single
with the
mom.
demon nanny.
What,
I don't know.
what
They
happened to
haven't
Demon
done that in a
Nanny?
while.
I haven't seen it for so long.
Well, God, I forgot the content creator who does the demon. In that one, he's been doing skits all the time, but
Mhm.
I don't know. Maybe they just ran out of
Ideas.
ideas.
It was so
Maybe they were
funny.
just tired of it. You know.
Okay, Nimbus 3 is messed up. They messed up the missions.
What do you mean messed up the
I don't
missions?
know. I don't think you can get the Pirate Assist console, or what's it called, from the space mission. Yeah, the Nimbus alert thing where you get the 5 Nimbus
Oh,
ships to come in and join
yeah,
you.
yeah, 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 yeah. I know that one.
Um, hang on. When did it get messed up? Because I haven't done it for a while.
It's
It's from the
I've probably
ground
done it since
facility
you've done it.
mission. Oh, this is a side quest. That's why. What is that? Installation 18? Oh, the one where you get to do the Rina. Rina! Well, that's interesting. I put my plasma thing to come down here, my V'ger probes, and it didn't V'ger probe on me. Alright, Tarsi, let's get you back.
Yeah, the V'ger probes. Those would be a good one for that exploitation of Selmpec.
Oh, yeah.
And then
V'ger probes are handy, especially when everybody has it. Okay, available missions.
I think Ball Lightning would also work.
Yes, it does.
A couple others.
I don't know that I've done New Romulus on this one. Or sorry, Nimbus on this one. Let's see what I've got in progress. Yeah, I haven't done it here. Yeah, the Lost City of Paradise pops up at some point and you have to grab it. But after that, once you've started it and completed it, it'll come into the available tabs. It comes after Galaxy at Large, so you have to make sure you pick that up from Quinn, and sometimes Quinn is hesitant to give that. A second here.
Oh no, has anybody seen Sulu? God, that's such an old STO meme. It's like, where's Sulu?
Indeed. Sulu. I used to yell from the other room, "Where's Sulu? What do you mean, Mom? It says I have to find Sulu." Oh, fine. He'll come in and he'll show me how to use the mini map. I say, okay, I'll look for that one. Let's see. Star Trek Online. All right. Lost City of Paradise, which opens it up. It's preceded by Secrets of Nimbus. How do we get to Secrets of Nimbus? Which is not repeatable, and it doesn't say where it comes from. It's in the Wasteland story arc, so let's see where we pick that up. Wasteland.
I'm gonna head over to Dyson Sphere because I've got 30 boss chips in the Dyson Sphere to destroy.
I think you have to get doesn't say how you get into it, but follows the episode in Shadows, and it's in the main story progression for Romulans. But I think it is part of the galaxy at large.
Or they removed it from the main story arc?
It hasn't been in the main story arc for a long time.
This
But it was.
this might
It was.
sound, crass or mean, but Al's gone, right?
Pardon?
Al Rivera's gone, right?
Yeah.
Can we get a new president?
What,
I-
you don't want the frog?
No, I'm sorry. Federation and their allies. I would rather listen to Welcome to Drazana.
I always hated that message, and I always said the frog needs to go.
And we already know who it should be.
Who?
It should be Anton.
Well, it is for some of them. I can't switch. Yeah, I can't. Hang
so
on a
you
second
want
here.
to unify with the president from season 3 Picard?
Yeah.
Well, don't they use them for something?
Not in the game.
Oh, okay.
No.
It was just in the show.
Installation 18 mission never came up.
Kind of dumb.
Interesting.
They could have unified him, and I was surprised when they've done the new Earth space dock that needs to fit Picard, but
This is Talia
nothing.
and Chris. I'm kicking you just so I can switch over to a different tune.
Ow!
I'm sorry.
That was so rough.
That's old. I mean, so he has a.
Hold
It wouldn't be Chekhov. So let's say he had a son, reasonably timed, 10 years later. That son would be 65 by the time of Picard. Grandson fits a lot better.
Yeah. I'll go listen to the dialogue.
He does sound old still.
Because it's still Walter Koenig, so.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but it's just kind of funny that he still sounds. He's 100 years old, but being a grandson kind of does make sense.
Okay, Veshwin, I just pulled up in my Romulan tune, and under the available tabs, installation 18 is there. Let's see if it's on a non-Romulan. Like I have any tunes who aren't Romulans. It might be bugged, yeah. Something get bugged in this game? Yeah.
It's unheard of. You have to report this.
It's those side
You're
ones
gonna
get really
notify
funky, though.
Vatican.
Let's see. On this one. Nope, it's on my regular Federation tune and just for Snicks. Let's grab a Klingon. Brock. I think Brock's done this.
Aw, melted. Poor
And it's showing
thing.
up on my Klingons too, so it might be bugged for you. Well, yeah, it won't be on the
Trying to
ones you
think
haven't completed it on. It has to get triggered, so you have to do whatever comes right before that one in order for it to show up, I think. But it should automatically give you the option when you complete the one before. I have some new tunes, including the one I was just on, who have never done it, so I could find out.
funny.
Rami did the Wasteland chain except installation 18. Very interesting. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, there might be a bug in chain creation. I have a bug. Yes, of course it's a bug. It's always a bug.
Never saw it coming.
Yeah, really. Let's
Bug in this game.
grab a tune here. Let's grab Kethma. No, she's not fun to play in space.
Always just one instance? It's all completed. I despise with my whole heart the Dyson sphere.
The ground
The
or space?
No, the space one. It's always, you can't always come. There's only one instance. It's all completed. And you have to
Especially
wait
first
for,
thing in
like,
the morning. Yeah.
3 hours before something starts happening, and then enemies start to spawn. And you always will get the largest amount of ships to kill here. Like 30 is a minimum.
Yep. Yep.
There's a special place in hell whoever designed this.
Yeah.
Though this way, like
Cliff, the Galaxy at
not
Large
good.
thing is a pain in the butt because sometimes it doesn't pop up. Or you can go to Quinn and it will say, yeah, you have to do this. Go see Quinn. You go see Quinn. Nope.
And he says he has never heard of it, so go away.
Yeah, really. Yeah. And it's sitting there going, go see Quinn. You can see it's queued up. It's all ready. And he does everything except talk to you.
It's me. And of course,
Please, Mr.
the
Quinn.
only place I found enemies is camped by several people. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
of course.
Ugh.
Well, there are days like today where I've got Borg ground, Polaron ground, and an Iconian TFO.
At least you got the Iconian TFO out of the
But I
way.
don't want to do 3 of them.
You got 3 of them? Oh no,
Yeah,
that goes for
no.
reroll immediately.
No, I'm not going to re-roll it. This is fully fleshed out. I'm not re. I suppose I could, but
Just ignoring it. Fair enough.
yeah, I'll just ignore it. It'll go away tomorrow.
You just have 2 endeavors
Yeah.
today.
Well, what shall we do? It's still early, and I'm not in need of
I'm
anything.
game for anything. I mean, I could do the Pavo thingy because I'm just doing the dilithium part now.
Okay.
If
Satalia
you
has
want,
5
you can
Terran
correct
ships. So aside from Jupiter Aratus, is there anything else that's Terran?
that. I've heard of a TFO called Counterpoint, but I'm not sure if it's still out there.
Counterpoint? Yeah, it's still out there.
I was just checking
Notice
what
the
it-
enthusiasm in the mom. Yes,
Well, you still mentioned it, acknowledge its existence.
I
so
acknowledge
that's
the
progress.
existence of it. Don't
Yeah.
have to like it.
That's
Oh,
progress.
hold on. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's why. Where can I find 5 dreadnoughts for Endeavor? Very easy. That would be.
5 onslaught.
Borg, Borg Starbase 1.
It
No,
doesn't
it's
spawn
only
more
got
than
one dreadnought. That Borg cube at the end is the only dreadnought in there.
Nothing else there counts as a dreadnought. Not the simulators. Nothing else. And there are no cubes other than the final one. No, come on! I've done 18 out of 30 and I'm gonna ram into space debris and explode myself. Oh, that's right, this game doesn't have collision. You can't even unalive your ship out of a whim. All the points are completed. So why not?
Yes,
Still
thank
wondering
you
why they
very
had to
much,
bring
Specialman. I just told him that it's Pavo drops tons of dreadnoughts at the end.
Yep.
Admittedly, Hive Onslaught goes a lot faster. With a good team, Hive Onslaught can be under a minute.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I suppose we could do Counterpoint or Jupiter. Oh, what did you say you needed there? You need 5 Terran ships. Wait, never mind. I can do a patrol for those. You can do a patrol for Terran ships?
I did tell you about that.
You said a counterpoint. That's a TFO.
No, I not today, but I did mention. I did show you. We did run it
Which
once.
one is Terran's?
Mirror Universe, Conchu Cabot.
Oh, that's right. You did. You did tell me about that.
I have, and we ran it.
Yes, you
If you have
did,
like
yes.
5, then you can completely.
Yeah, my
get
brain
to
just
it.
kind of rots out sometimes, you know. I'm an old lady. I can't remember anything. Everything just messes with me
Okay.
these days.
I mean, I'm confused half of the time. Like when I go to a store and it's like, wait, why am I here?
Yeah.
What am I supposed to buy? And I'm not even 40 yet, so.
Lately, driving has been an adventure. I'm backing out, check left, check right, check behind me, start to back out, and the car's wailing on its horn. I'm thinking, what the heck? It was not there.
Just looked.
People are just going up and down the aisles like at 30 miles an hour. And well, what next? I will send out some invitations here, and we can do something if anyone has anything they want to do.
Or counterpoint, I guess.
Yeah, but she says she doesn't need them now.
Fine, be that way.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
We can do Pavo if you
Yeah,
want.
we can do Pavo. Spacer ground. Hold on, that's right. You do the ground one sometimes.
I don't mind the ground one.
Okay.
I
So
don't
Talia,
mind
if you're up for a little Pavo ground, or Id, do you want to join us for Pavo ground?
Sure.
Okay.
I actually locked out and it had Terran ships for a change, so no viral impulse this time.
Yay!
I was so shocked. I
Yeah.
almost had a heart attack from surprise. So unexpected. Because all the time I've run it, who is the bloody Mokai? It's like, ugh.
So Talia has declined, so I will queue us up
Rude.
here. Pavo Dissension. We are queued. I can get my puller on damage. Weeboo!
Weeboo.
We were detected, and I have just killed my 30 Vath ships. So.
Do we know if we're going to get the artisan sound effects today?
My sources did not have the ability to confirm that. They confirmed other stuff that I don't want to go into, but yeah, have not
What
heard
other stuff?
a yes or no. So the rumor I got yesterday is that the Sky Showtime in the Netherlands was answering somebody's Facebook question about when A Strange New World's going to premiere, and they said August 1st.
Well, yeah, but that's you said Norway.
No, that's the Netherlands.
Netherlands.
Which
Yeah,
Sky Showtime is
Europe has
typically
weird, all
between
over the place, related releases.
right, but
I don't think it's-
season 3 won't premiere in the Netherlands earlier than it's going to come out in the States. Same day, maybe. More
No,
likely, it'll come
no.
out a day or two before here.
Mm.
But they haven't
Well,
made the
Sky
official.
Showtime usually has a month or two delays compared to everyone else. So
But my point
might
is,
even-
Paramount hasn't announced that it's coming out, but Sky Showtime has a defined date for when it's coming out. I just find that interesting.
Well, Sky Showtime is the official distributor in Europe for
Right,
Paramount stuff.
But they're talking about a release that they're not talking about here in the States, and I'm like, talk to us about it.
Maybe because of the Skydance merger that came out.
Well, that could be.
It's not settled yet. But you know that the Sky Showtime isn't exactly obliged to keep their mouth shut.
Yeah, maybe they were supposed to, but they haven't taken it down. Apparently, it's been up for 3 weeks.
Maybe it's not something illegal to say, but like Paramount can't say it.
Good morning, Taz.
Oh, wow!
Taz wakes up and joins us.
I kinda can't join you. Like 2 minutes after I woke up, my father called me. Did you want that new shirt? Yeah, I'm coming to pick you up. So I'm just calling to say hello, and I kinda have to go again.
No worries. No worries at all.
Oh well.
We're glad that you stopped by for a moment. It's always good.
Yes, have a good one.
You too, Taz. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
I'm going under the wonderful wonderful waterfall with Roram. Roram? Roram. Who is not the Roram I
There
know.
you go, nice and melted Terran. There's nothing better than the smell of crispy Terran in the morning.
Crispy, extra crispy Terran.
Not spicy, no, they're bland as heck, but you can't fix something that's unfixable.
Terran reinforcements.
Now I want a good
Usually-
MLT.
MLT?
A place
Yeah,
crystal is
mutton,
under
lettuce,
attack.
tomato.
Defend it.
Oh, the mutton's nice and crispy,
With,
not too fatty. Princess Bride reference.
yep.
Okay then, let's see. Agimus. Drone.
Actually, this is fun.
Watcher robot.
A place crystal is under attack. Defend it.
I mean, I'm literally firing maybe 2 bolts at each Terran and they
Crystal
die,
has
so
been purified.
it's, just,
Advance to the next one.
it's just leisure and relax.
Instead of a Reuben, it's a Humperdinck.
What did you say?
He said instead of a Reuben, it's a Humperdinck. Okay, a Reuben is a corned beef sandwich with sauerkraut, Swiss cheese, and Russian dressing that's been grilled.
What's a Russian dressing?
It is a mayo-based dressing that has got a little bit of tomato paste added to it and some finely diced pickles and trying to think what else. It's slightly sweet. I don't personally care for it.
I've never
Place
heard of it.
crystal is under attack.
If you've had Big Mac sauce, it's very similar.
A what sauce?
Big Mac.
Big Mac. Oh, I haven't had a Big Mac in
I've never
years.
had a Big Mac, so I wouldn't know.
But yeah,
I mean,
it's a.
Big Mac when it came out like 20
No.
plus years ago here it
Okay.
was different. The one that is being sold right now is
Crystal has been
crappy,
purified.
so I don't like it.
Advance
And
to
I
the
don't
next
Yeah,
one.
so Russian dressing or 1,000 Island dressing.
Oh, 1,000 Islands dressing.
Yeah, very
I know
similar
about
to Russian.
Yeah.
I like it. It's kind of like ketchup and mayo mixed up
A little
together
bit, yeah.
with some additional spices.
Veshwan,
Yeah,
I see
a
your
little-
comment there, and I'm going to
A place crystal is
mention
under
it in
attack.
just a second.
Defend
Veshwan says, all of Billy Crystal's lines were improvised for that scene. It was so hard for them to finish a single take from the rest of the crew laughing too much, they had to slowly clear the cast and crew out to complete. The small scene took 3 days to complete. That is true. I have read that. And even Rob Reiner had to leave because he was laughing too much.
Aww.
Who was it? Oh, who played Wesley?
A place crystal is
Um,
under attack.
No. God.
Yeah, him. Carrie Ellis.
There we go. Yep.
He was laughing when he's supposed to be dead, so they couldn't have camera focused on him.
Aww.
Mandy Patinkin was the only one who wasn't allowed to leave, and he ended up with bruised ribs from laughing. I totally believe that.
Love that you keep talking. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Have you never seen The Princess Bride?
Not that I recall, no.
Oh my goodness, you have to go watch The Princess Bride. It's a great movie. Truly is a great movie. They recently decided that they wanted to redo it with a new cast and all that, and everybody, the old actors, the old producers, the fans, were like, no, absolutely not. It is as
And
close to...
they got away with doing a table read during COVID.
Yeah, but you can't redo that movie. It is just so nicely done.
I mean, maybe do a Broadway musical?
No. No, I mean, it's leave it alone. Leave it alone. It is a great movie all on its own. It does not need anybody's help. Thank you very much. I don't think you could redo
I
it.
really don't. I don't really like the concept of remakes
Yeah.
because they kind of like they're Loki saying that the old film is just unwatchable today. We have to do it all over again because the technology went forward. So like you're invalidating all the acting, all the
Yeah, there
the
really
hard
aren't.
work that went into making it originally, just because you think you can do it better because of like CGI or like I don't know,
There
better
basically
techniques. And I'm
aren't
like,
any effects in the whole movie. It's
no,
straight
I
out
don't.
acting.
Yeah, I
So
get it, but it's like what, especially movies like these should never like be redone or like have remakes unless they have some sort of universal message that can be updated to the time. But if it's a complete story that doesn't benefit from like making it into like I don't know a new version, I don't see why. It just kind of feels like you're calling the old film redundant because no one's gonna watch it because it looks out, and so we're just gonna make a new one so it appeals to younger generations. And
but
I'm like,
this, by the way it's structured, is perfect. It is a fairy tale. It's very well done. It's great
I
for
get
kids.
making remakes of
Yeah.
films like I don't know one I liked was probably the A Star Is Born because it just always
They've
shits.
they've
a-
made 4 of those.
Right.
Yeah, they made
But-
4 of those,
But that's a
and
story
they
that you can remake because it
Yeah.
stays fairly
that's
true.
that's
Yeah.
one of the stories that can be readapted to like match a different different era, different different medium.
Because the
Like
core story
it
works.
started with the acting, right? It started with actors doing like falling in love, like
Well,
was a
there's
young
one that
actor,
was
he was a
actors,
girl.
one that was singers.
Yeah, and then they went with singers and
Or
with
like
different like
Guess Who's
tropes.
Coming to Dinner? They've made
Well done.
3 different versions of that.
Are retreating.
But those are stories that might sometimes benefit from like a remake because you know it might just have
Reading
focus on a different
transporter
angle.
signals near the spire.
That's kind of a universal story. But like when it's
Well-
a very self-contained story that doesn't benefit from
Heads
like
up.
making a
It's
remake,
Harry.
I don't know. They should
Return
just
to
leave them alone.
Veshwan says it's. Oh, I transport back to the spare. Okay. It's like trying to remake The Godfather. Yep. You don't need to
I never
remake The
cared for
Godfather.
Godfather.
Yeah, but the point is, it's a
Don't like
nicely
mafia
executed
films.
movie as it stands. It really
Right.
doesn't need anything
Oh no,
else.
from technical and storytelling standpoint, I don't think it can be done better. I
Mhm.
think it can be done with different actors, and it might look differently, but I don't think it's gonna benefit from anything.
Yeah.
You could get away with doing The Princess Bride being told to another child, and the story would slightly change.
Yeah, but it doesn't need it. I mean,
Yeah.
Peter Falk and what's his name, Fred Savage.
Was it Fred or Ben?
I think it was Fred.
No, I'm glad that Agimus is having fun today.
Ben is the one from Boy
Yeah.
Meets World, so this was prior to that.
Yeah, this is Fred is the grandson. Ben
Right.
is Boy Meets World. Which always that weird with me because in the college years of Boy Meets World, Fred plays a professor that makes a move on Topanga.
Okay, so
And-
now I'm lost.
Okay, so
Let's bear in mind I've seen one episode of it ever.
okay, so Ben Savage is Corey Matthews. Topanga is his love interest throughout the entire series.
Okay.
When they go to college, one of her professors makes a move on her in her dorm. And
That's creepy.
Corey confronts him. The professor is being played by Fred Savage.
Ah,
So it's two brothers basically fighting it out. It's like...
well, that's just creepy AF.
Wondering where they got the voice for Agimus into the game. Did they just copy him from the? From
No, he
the
did the
Oh, yeah,
voice.
no.
They have Jeffrey Combs just come back in. And
Yep.
Just have a laugh
Ready.
Yep.
for like 10 minutes straight.
Stepping into elite forces.
This has already been in the game anyway, so I don't think he has much of an issue coming back in and
Oh no.
doing his voiceovers. No, Mr. No! How dare you put that fabrication thingy here?
Are we out?
Yes,
Yeah,
Steve.
we're out of bodies.
Given up.
Zatalia, when you say cats, are you suggesting they remake cats?
If we detect any further
By
hostile
remaking, you
activity,
mean deleting it from existence, right?
Please, please. There's a not a review, but an analysis of Cats from a guy called Sideways,
I still
and
don't
it's about
understand
why
why
all
it
the
did
music in Cats is
anything.
wrong in the movie, not in the
In the
play.
stage play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
What? You don't want to be Jellicle?
it's just such an amazing review that I never want to watch Cats. I didn't like the stage play either.
I mean, I've seen fragments. I've never had the
I didn't
bravery to
mind.
see the entirety, but I still fail to see a point.
Yeah, I've seen a few of the pro shots done
Mm-hmm.
for it, and it was okay once or twice. Kind of like Sweeney Todd,
I love Sweeney
the
Todd.
original. Oh, I love Sweeney Todd, but the Broadway, unless you got a new cast and everything and a new production, it once or twice is enough.
Oh yeah, I find that to be true. I can still love it, but Satalia nominates Jeffrey Combs for Federation president. That works. Yes.
Oh my God! Can you
Yeah.
imagine?
Yeah, I can imagine. That'd be great.
I
Be
have
amazing.
never- How are you feeling?
So what was I going on to? With Cats, we went to see it as a stage play. My son and I and a bunch of my friends from the university, and we were there because one of the I'm going to say girls, women with us, really wanted to see it because she loved Cats. And we went out to dinner and then we went to this play. And my son and I are looking at each other throughout the entire thing, going, "WTF?" So, and at the end of it, the only thing I can remember about it is it was on a stage. Nothing stood out. The dancing wasn't that great. The music wasn't that great. But it's become our running joke. When we go to something that is overhyped and underperforming, we just look at each other and go, "Cats." So we went to see this phenomenal singer from, I don't know, Mexico, Colombia, something like that, who was in town, and somebody had gotten tickets and they were like $300 a ticket and they couldn't go, and they're like, "Do you guys want to go?" We're like, "Sure, we'll go." And we get there and the singer is coked out of her brain, shall we say? And we stayed for the first set, and my son and I were just looking at each other, and first set ends and they're on a break, and we looked at each other and said, "Cats," paid the bill and left.
Oh God!
Went out and got proper dinner.
Like the original Broadway cast of 1776 had William Daniels as Thomas Jefferson, not
Not Thomas Jefferson. No,
Adams.
Adams.
In the 90s, we got Brent Spiner in the role.
That's a different take on it.
Yeah.
I mean, I can still see William Daniels since he was in the movie doing it.
Yeah.
How about Cats with Trek actors? Oh Lord, Sedalia, that's so bad. But it's actually
They're all
my
like
God.
Caitians and stuff.
Obligatory
Patient-
Whoopi Goldberg bouncing off Patrick Stewart.
I'm still convinced that Sister Act is a holodeck program.
Okay,
This kind of just doing one of her past lives.
Well, you remember who she sees gets killed in the first one, right?
yeah.
Not really. I don't. It's been a while since I've seen it.
It's Rom.
Oh my God! Really?
Yeah.
Matthew.
Yep.
Yep.
What's his name? Gradenchik.
Max.
Max Gradenchik. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Oh my God! I didn't know that.
There's a
I
reason
don't
everyone calls
remember
him
it.
Max.
I don't remember it well. It's been a while. I've heard that Whoopi Goldberg was working on the third one, but then Maggie Smith cast, and they were like, "Well, I mean, they were still trying to see if they can make it work, but it might be not happening."
Nope. Nope. It did its thing with the first one. It didn't need the sequel. It wasn't very good. There's a
the
couple
sequel
movies
was
like that
fine.
where the first one does it really well, and the second one's like, "What were you thinking?"
I just needed more of the same.
Uh,
Some people just like more of the same.
Miscongeniality. I thought the first one was really funny and cute. The second one
Oh,
was
that
just
was
ugh.
fun.
It kind of reminds me of Undercover Boss.
Yeah.
You can only do that like maybe 1 or 2 seasons, and then it's the cat's out of the bag. Everyone's looking for the undercover boss.
Yeah. There was a show.
The joke about the cats, by the way. The
Yeah.
joke about cats was a recurring joke in the Nanny series. Because like the main not the main protagonist, but like the nanny is employed by a Broadway producer, and he's a
Oh
fictional
yeah.
character, but he's kind of like in the world of the show, he's actually like a big competitor for Andrew Lloyd Webber, and every
Oh
time
yeah.
someone brings that out to him is that he passed on cats, and he was like, "Those are dancing pussycats! It's ridiculous!" And he's justifying why he passed it on, and Andrew Lloyd Webber
And
then
the
It is
scored a big
ridiculous.
success out of it. But
Satalia
he
is going
was
to write a
right.
musical based on Gravity Kills. Thanks, Satalia.
Oh my god! Oh
uh,
my god!
the uh, the nanny, the butler is what's his name?
He's
Daniel
Moriarty.
Davis.
Yeah,
He's
Moriarty.
Moriarty from
Yeah, it's like
yeah. I mean, he's absolutely. I absolutely adore this actor because he's American, but he
yeah.
pulls off such a convincing British accent
Hmm.
that I was convinced he was British.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
Every
I was
time I've
like,
seen
you
him,
don't pull it off that well, and he pulls it off
there's
so
a
well.
few
Oh my
Americans who
god.
can do that.
Uh, the reverse is said about the one who played Perry Brown in Doctor Who. The production team wanted to bring in an American as a companion,
Uh-huh.
and they saw her on either a stage or in a movie or something, and did not realize she was British.
Hugh Laurie played House, but he's British. Yeah, he was
He is
talking.
British,
Yeah,
though.
he was talking about doing the accent when he was in some recent show. Discussing how he did such a good
He
American
can
accent.
do American accent very quite convincingly.
He does.
Actually, that TikTok creator Ashley Ottenson has published a clip lately that she's also an actress and going to like auditions and stuff.
Oh.
And like this question to her fans, like, how do you pull off a good English accent? Because the only thing we had in acting school was RP, which is not even how people speak in England. So like,
Mm-hmm.
which accent should we take? The Cockney, the London,
Yeah.
the Yorkshire? Which accent should we choose to be convincing? And I'm like, well, that's a really good question. Like, if you reverse engineer it, it's easier to mimic American accent because you just soften the pronunciation,
Yeah,
right?
but there's so
I
many
can
American
easily
accents
blend
too.
it.
But
Yeah, but you can more easily pass. Yeah, there are exaggerated accents, like few of them off the top of my head. The nanny was doing a very
that was a Brooklyn
hard,
Yeah,
accent. But I mean, there's
heartbroken accent.
really
Yeah,
subtle accents too. Um,
yeah, but
the
you can be more passable from British to American, and you won't be like judged like you sound too fake if you know how to
yeah.
stay in that
You
accent.
got that. You've got
Being
that.
British is a lot harder.
You got that JFK Joe Quimby voice or accent. You've got the transatlantic accent. You know,
hmm
the old timey radio sound.
Oh yeah, you've
Oh, I
got
love that one. Oh my God, it's kind of like a blend of American and British, but
yeah,
it's
where
so
they're
good to
trying to
listen
still be
to.
British, but not British. Yes.
Well, it was actually deliberately engineered, I
Yeah,
think.
it was.
It was
Yeah,
just because it was just very well received and was easy to understand, especially with
Well,
the clarity of the audio
it
device.
was almost an expectation because um, movies and radio back in the day was still pulling very much from Britain is cool, and we didn't have our own stuff, so we were stealing a lot of their stuff, and so
Yeah,
it was at that time. It wasn't until the 40s, I think, when we really started to separate out American as being distinct. And even if you go back and watch, like the Philadelphia Story and a few other movies, you can see where that's slowly changing out with Cary Grant and oh God, who's the actor? Yeah, James Stewart, and starting to pick up American accents as a distinct thing. But I mean,
James Cagney.
James Cagney, very distinct accents, and they're American, but they're definitely not the same.
God,
But I actually have to get out of here. I have things to do today. Tis a busy day. This week is a busy week. Next week's a busy week. In fact, next week will be not a lot of live streams week, so I'll let you know what's going on as they go on. Because I have to get back to Chicago for a couple of days.
okay. Drive safe.
Well, not today, not till next week. Today is just, I got stuff to do. So on behalf of the Dark Mom Consortium and Moopsy in the morning, blah, 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 I hope you all have a great day and stay moopsome.
Moopsy.
Moopsy, Moopsy. Shun the non-believer. Shun.